Have you ever reached the end of a week and wondered, where did all my time go? Maybe you felt busy every day, yet somehow your most important goals still didn't move forward. If this sounds familiar, you are not alone. Many people work hard but struggle to make progress because they never stop to reflect and realign. But what if just one simple habit, a weekly review ritual, could help you break the cycle, stay on track, and make every week count? Welcome to BetterSelf, the channel where we help you become your best self while improving your English. Here, you'll learn powerful self-development strategies in clear, simple language so you can grow as a person and as a confident English speaker. Today, we will explore the weekly review ritual, a proven system used by successful people all over the world to plan, reflect, and stay aligned with their biggest dreams. By the end of this video, you'll have a step-by-step process you can follow each week, along with practical tips, real stories, and gentle encouragement to make this habit stick. So, let's get started. Chapter 1. Why a weekly review ritual matters. Imagine driving to a new city without a map. You might move forward, but you would probably take wrong turns, get lost, and waste a lot of time. Life can feel like this when you don't pause regularly to check your direction. We are all busy, but busyness alone does not equal progress. This is where a weekly review becomes your personal map, a moment to stop, look around, and make sure you are headed where you truly want to go. Many high achievers, like athletes, business leaders, and artists, use some form of weekly review. For example, Oprah Winfrey, the famous talk show host and entrepreneur, reflects every week on her goals and lessons learned. She credits this habit for helping her stay focused and purposeful, even when her schedule is full. So, why does a weekly review work so well? It gives you a chance to slow down and see the bigger picture. Instead of just reacting to whatever comes your way, you become intentional. You notice which habits support your success and which distractions pull you off course. Suddenly, your days feel less chaotic and more meaningful because you are making conscious choices. A weekly review is not just about productivity, though. It is also about well-being. When you check in with yourself, you notice how you feel, where you need rest, and what brings you joy. This balance of action and reflection is the secret to long-term growth without burning out. Think about your own life. When was the last time you sat down, even for 20 minutes, to ask yourself, what went well this week? What could I improve? Am I moving closer to my goals, or just running in circles? If you have not done this before, you are not alone, but you can start today. Take a quiet moment now and picture what your life might look like if every week you took time to review, reflect, and realign. Would you feel more in control? More peaceful? More on track to reach your dreams? This simple ritual can be the turning point. Chapter 2. What exactly is a weekly review? At its core, a weekly review is a regular ritual, usually done at the end of each week, where you reflect on the past 7 days and prepare for the next. It is a meeting with yourself, a sacred appointment that helps you close one chapter and open another with clarity and intention. You may be wondering, what does this actually look like? The answer is simple. You set aside a specific time each week, find a quiet space, and walk through a series of questions or steps. You look back at your wins and challenges, check your progress on key goals, and decide what deserves your attention moving forward. Some people use a notebook, others use a digital app. Some just speak their thoughts out loud. The magic is in the regularity, not the tools. Let's look at a real-life example. Imagine a student named Maria who wants to improve her English, work on her health, and do well at her job. Every Sunday evening, she makes herself a cup of tea, sits by her window, and spends 30 minutes reviewing her week. She asks herself, what did I accomplish? Where did I struggle? Did I practice English as much as I planned? Did I make time for exercise and healthy meals? What do I want to adjust next week? This simple habit helps Maria celebrate her progress, notice patterns, and set clear intentions. The weekly review is a flexible ritual. You can do it in the morning or at night, alone or with a partner, using any method that feels comfortable. The point is to make it a habit, like brushing your teeth, something you do automatically because you know it keeps you healthy and strong. If you have never done a weekly review before, it may feel strange at first. You may even resist, thinking you are too busy or that it is not important. But as with any new habit, the benefits become clear with practice. You will start to notice how much more focused, calm, and productive you feel, simply because you are taking time to pause, reflect, and plan. Right now, think about your own week. When could you set aside 20 or 30 minutes for a quiet review? Where would you feel most comfortable? Picture yourself in that space, ready to check in with your goals and dreams. This is the beginning of your weekly review ritual. Chapter 3. The Science Behind Reflection and Planning. You might be wondering, does a weekly review really make a difference, or is it just another thing to add to my to-do list? The answer is yes, it truly works, and there is science to prove it. When you review your week, you engage the part of your brain called the prefrontal cortex. This area is responsible for planning, decision-making, and self-control. By reflecting on what happened and planning what comes next, you strengthen the mental muscles that help you stay focused and avoid distractions. It's like giving your mind a workout every week. Research from Stanford University shows that people who regularly reflect on their actions are more likely to learn from their experiences and improve over time. In one study, workers who spent just 15 minutes reflecting at the end of their day performed 23% better than those who did not. Imagine what a dedicated weekly review could do for you. Reflection also helps you manage your emotions and reduce stress. When life gets busy, it is easy to feel overwhelmed or anxious. But when you pause to review your week, you gain perspective. You realize that some problems are smaller than they seemed, and you notice the progress you have made, even if it is not perfect. This builds confidence and motivation to keep going. Let's take the example of a famous athlete, Serena Williams, one of the greatest tennis players in history. Every week, she and her coach review her matches, analyzing what went well and what could be better. This habit of regular reflection helps her stay at the top of her game, both physically and mentally. You do not have to be a world champion to benefit from a weekly review. Just as athletes watch their game tapes, you can look back at your own game, your week, and learn valuable lessons. You will start to see patterns. Maybe you feel most productive in the morning, or you tend to lose focus after lunch. These small insights can lead to powerful changes. As you prepare to start your own weekly review ritual, think about this. Every time you reflect and plan, you are training your brain for success. You are not just making a to-do list. You are building the mental habits that lead to growth and achievement. Chapter 4. The Power of Celebration and Small Wins. One of the most important parts of a weekly review is celebrating your wins, no matter how small. Too often, we focus only on what we did not finish or what went wrong, and we forget to notice the things we did right. This can make us feel discouraged and unmotivated. But when you take time to celebrate your progress, you fill yourself with positive energy. Each small win is a sign that you are moving forward, even if the steps are tiny. Neuroscience shows that when you recognize your achievements, your brain releases dopamine, a feel-good chemical that motivates you to keep going. Think about a time when you were learning a new skill, like speaking English. Maybe you understood a difficult sentence, remembered a new word, or had a conversation without getting stuck. Each of these moments is a victory worth celebrating. If you only focus on what you cannot do yet, you might give up. But if you celebrate what you can do, you will want to keep learning. Let's look at another example. Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb, faced thousands of failed experiments. But instead of getting discouraged, he celebrated every small discovery, saying, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This positive mindset kept him going until he succeeded. During your weekly review, make it a habit to write down 3 things you are proud of from the past week. They do not have to be big. Maybe you finished a book, cooked a healthy meal, or helped a friend. By shining a light on these moments, You build confidence and remind yourself that progress is happening, even when it feels slow. Try this for yourself. At the end of your next week, pause and think, what went well? What did I do right, no matter how small? This simple act of celebration will give you the motivation and energy to keep moving forward. Chapter 5. Learning from setbacks without judgment. No week is perfect. Everyone faces setbacks, disappointments, and failures from time to time. What matters is not avoiding mistakes, but learning from them with kindness and curiosity. During your weekly review, you may notice things you wish you had done differently. Maybe you skipped your morning routine, missed a deadline, or lost your temper in a stressful moment. It's natural to feel frustrated, but this is not the time for harsh judgment or criticism. Instead, see each setback as a teacher, an opportunity to grow and improve. There's a famous story about Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players ever. In his career, he missed more than 9,000 shots and lost almost 300 games. Instead of hiding from his failures, he studied them carefully. He asked himself, what can I learn from this? How can I improve next time? This mindset turned his setbacks into stepping stones for success. When you review your week, ask yourself, what challenges did I face? Why did they happen? What small change could help me next time? Maybe you need more sleep, a better plan, or a reminder to take breaks. Each lesson brings you closer to your goals. Try to speak to yourself as you would to a good friend. If a friend made a mistake, you would not call them a failure. You would encourage them and help them see the lesson. Give yourself this same kindness. Remember, growth is a journey, and every mistake is part of the process. As you end your review, notice if you are being too hard on yourself. Take a deep breath and remind yourself, I am learning. I am improving. I will do better next week. This gentle attitude will keep you strong and motivated, even when things don't go as planned. Chapter 6. Reconnecting with your big goals. In the rush of daily tasks, it is easy to forget your bigger dreams. Maybe you want to learn a new language, start a business, or get fit, but everyday demands pull you in other directions. During your weekly review, you have a chance to reconnect with your why, the deeper reason behind your goals. Picture your long-term goal as a mountain in the distance. Every daily action is a step along the path, but if you don't look up from time to time, you might wander off the trail. The weekly review helps you pause, check your map, and make sure you are still moving toward your mountain. Let's take the example of Elon Musk, the founder of SpaceX and Tesla. Even with his busy schedule, he spends time each week reviewing his main objectives and asking, are my actions moving me closer to my mission? This habit keeps him focused and prevents him from getting lost in small, unimportant tasks. During your own review, ask yourself, what are my top 3 goals right now? Did my actions this week support these goals? If not, what could I change next week? Sometimes you will find that your daily habits are aligned with your dreams, and sometimes you will notice a gap. Both are valuable insights. This is also a moment to adjust your goals if needed. Life changes, and your dreams might too. Maybe you discover a new passion, or your priorities shift. The weekly review is your chance to make sure your map matches your heart. Take a few quiet minutes to write down your biggest goal and why it matters to you. Read it each week during your review to remind yourself what you are working for. This simple step will keep your motivation strong, even when the journey feels long. Chapter 7. Planning the week ahead with intention. Once you have reflected on your past week, it's time to look forward. Planning your week with intention means making conscious choices about how you will spend your time, energy, and attention. Start by looking at your calendar or to-do list. What commitments do you already have? Are there meetings, classes, or deadlines? Next, think about your top priorities, the things that matter most for your goals and well-being. Where can you schedule focus time for these? Maybe it's an hour each morning for language practice, or a daily walk for your health. Successful people like Bill Gates are known for their careful planning. He once said, "I always have a plan for what I want to accomplish each week." This habit helps him stay focused and avoid wasting time on things that do not matter. As you plan, remember to be realistic. It's better to choose a few important tasks and do them well than to overload your schedule and feel stressed. Imagine your week as a garden. If you plant too many seeds, none will grow strong. But if you focus on a few, you will see real progress. Also, leave space for rest and surprises. Life is unpredictable, and it's important to stay flexible. Maybe something unexpected will come up. A family need, a new opportunity, or a creative idea. By leaving some open time, you can respond with calm instead of stress. After you finish planning, take a moment to imagine yourself moving through the week with purpose and confidence. Picture each task as a step toward your goal. This mental rehearsal makes it more likely you will follow through. Now, look at your week ahead. What are your top 3 priorities? Where can you make time for them? By setting your intentions now, you give yourself the best chance for a successful, fulfilling week. Chapter 8. Tracking Progress and Adjusting Course. No plan is perfect, and that is completely normal. The beauty of a weekly review ritual is that it allows you to track your progress and make adjustments, instead of feeling stuck or frustrated when things do not go as expected. Think of yourself as a sailor on the open sea. Even with the best map and compass, the wind and waves might push you off course. A good sailor does not panic. They simply check their position and adjust the direction. Your weekly review is your chance to do the same in your life. Many top performers, like Olympic athletes, use this principle. After every competition, they look at what worked and what didn't, and they adjust their training plan for the next week. This flexible approach helps them improve faster than those who stick to a plan, no matter what. When you review your week, look at your goals and actions. Did you make the progress you wanted? If not, why? Maybe your plan was too ambitious, or unexpected events took your time. Instead of feeling guilty, see this as a chance to learn and improve. Ask yourself, what will I do differently next week? Is there a better way to reach my goal? Do I need more support, resources, or rest? Sometimes a small change, a new routine, a different environment, or a helpful tool can make a big difference. Also, notice what is working well. Maybe you discovered a new study method that helps you remember English words, or you found a walking route that makes you feel happy and energized. Celebrate these discoveries and keep building on them. As you finish your review, remind yourself that progress is not a straight line. Some weeks will be better than others, and that is okay. The key is to stay curious, keep learning, and adjust your course as needed. Chapter 9. Creating a ritual you will actually enjoy. For any habit to last, it needs to feel rewarding and enjoyable. Your weekly review is no different. The more you look forward to it, the more likely you are to keep it going, even when life gets busy. Think about rituals you already enjoy. Maybe you love your morning coffee or an evening walk. These moments feel special because they are regular, comforting, and tied to positive feelings. Your weekly review can be the same, a peaceful time to slow down, reflect, and care for yourself. Some people like to light a candle, play soft music, or make their favorite tea before they start their review. Others choose a cozy spot by the window or a quiet park bench. The key is to create an atmosphere that feels relaxing and inspiring. Let's look at a real-life example. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, talks about the importance of making new habits attractive. He suggests pairing your new habit with something you already love. For your weekly review, you could combine it with a treat, like a piece of chocolate or a beautiful journal. This small pleasure turns the review from a task into a ritual you look forward to. Also, give yourself permission to experiment. Maybe you try different times of day, different questions, or even invite a friend to join you. The goal is not perfection, but consistency, finding a routine that fits your life and brings you joy. As you prepare for your next weekly review, Think about how you can make it special. What small touch would make you smile? By turning your review into a ritual you love, you will find it easier to stay committed and make this powerful habit a lasting part of your life. Chapter 10. Overcoming resistance and staying consistent. Even with the best intentions, there will be times when you feel too busy, too tired, or too distracted to do your weekly review. This is normal. Every new habit faces resistance at first. The challenge is to keep going, even when motivation is low. One helpful way to stay consistent is to choose a regular time and place for your review, just like you would for an important meeting. Maybe it's Sunday evening at your kitchen table, or Friday afternoon in a quiet cafe. By making it a fixed part of your week, you remove the decision and make it automatic. Another strategy is to start small. If you feel overwhelmed, promise yourself just 5 minutes to answer one question. What is one thing I learned this week? Often you will find that once you start, you want to keep going. The hardest part is simply beginning. Remember, it is better to do a short, imperfect review than to skip it completely. Progress comes from showing up, not from being perfect. Over time, the habit will become easier, and you will start to see the benefits. More clarity, less stress, and steady progress toward your goals. There's a story about Jerry Seinfeld, the famous comedian. He kept a big calendar on his wall and marked an X every day he wrote new jokes. His goal was not to write a perfect joke each day, but simply to never break the chain. This simple system helped him stay consistent and creative for years. You can do the same with your weekly review. Mark it on your calendar and celebrate every time you complete it. If you miss a week, don't quit, just start again. Consistency is about persistence, not perfection. As you plan your review, ask yourself, how can I make this easier? What would help me stick with it, even when I'm tired or busy? By anticipating obstacles and preparing solutions, you give yourself the best chance for success. Chapter 11. The Ripple Effect. How a weekly review transforms your life. You may be surprised at how one simple habit can create big changes in every part of your life. The weekly review is like tossing a stone into a pond. The ripples spread far beyond the first splash. When you make time to reflect and plan each week, you become more focused and clear about your goals. This clarity helps you make better decisions, use your time wisely, and avoid distractions. You start to notice patterns in your behavior, and you can change what isn't working. But the benefits don't stop with productivity. A weekly review can improve your relationships, because you become more aware of how you spend your time and energy with others. You might remember to call a friend, express gratitude, or resolve a misunderstanding. You also become kinder to yourself as you practice self-reflection without judgment. Many people find that their weekly review becomes a source of peace and confidence. Instead of feeling lost or overwhelmed, you feel grounded and in control. You start to trust yourself more, knowing that you are paying attention to your life and making thoughtful choices. Let's look at another inspiring story. Arianna Huffington, founder of the Huffington Post, suffered from burnout before she learned the power of regular reflection. She now credits her weekly review ritual for helping her maintain balance, focus, and well-being. Her story shows that even the busiest, most successful people need time to pause and realign. As you continue with your weekly review, notice how it affects other areas of your life. Are you sleeping better? Feeling less stressed? Making more progress on your goals? These are the ripples that show your new habit is working. Take a moment now to imagine the future. Picture yourself 6 months or a year from now, after making weekly reviews a regular part of your life. What will you have achieved? How will you feel? Let this vision inspire you to keep going. As we reach the end of this video, let's review the key steps to creating your own weekly review ritual. Each week, take time to reflect on your wins, learn from setbacks, reconnect with your big goals, plan your next steps, and make adjustments with kindness and curiosity. Celebrate your progress, stay consistent, and enjoy the process. Remember, the weekly review is more than just a productivity tool. It is a powerful ritual that helps you grow as a person, stay focused on your dreams, and become a more confident English speaker. By making this small investment of time each week, you set yourself up for a life of greater clarity, purpose, and joy. So, are you ready to try your first weekly review? Choose a time and place that feels special. Bring your favorite drink or notebook, and give yourself the gift of reflection. Your future self will thank you. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to BetterSelf for more inspiring content to help you grow and learn English every week. Remember, every big change starts with a small step. Let your weekly review be that step. Thank you for watching, and I wish you a week full of growth, joy, and progress. See you next time.